Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Long time no see. Oh, let's hide this because that's not what I'm working on. Hello, just getting back into the vibe. Started a little bit later today, but I've got a pattern in front of me and we're gonna be working on some Emmy today. During my trip, I finished the body portion. I probably understuffed the head the neck area just a bit, but like everything else is pretty solid. I have one wing done, and we're working on the second one. So let's get started. Put it to the side there. And let's pull it out. Alright, I've got several rows of just single crochets around, so we're just gonna focus on that. I've tried, we're trying again on YouTube to have, the vertical setup. So we're gonna see how that goes. Oh, man, I just had everything set up and not moved again. We got Bootsy here. Yeah, he got to stay home during the vacation. He was kind of probably a little bit very mad at me. So, what are you doing back there? He hasn't been in the office a lot, so this is like his first day really back in the office since I've been back. I got back last week Friday though, so almost been back a week, but what are you doing? Alright. No, I've trapped you. I've trapped you. And jump! Boosie's just being a little... I did not get to crochet... I did not get to crochet as much as I wanted to. Um... Cookie, what are you doing? But yeah, I didn't crochet as much. I finished pretty much just the one plushie that I was wanting to work on. So oh, I'm pressing buttons. What are you doing, bug? Yeah, I pretty much did a little bit work on the bag that I was working on. Uh, worked on this plushie I'm working on now, and then finished the plushie I was working on like a couple weeks ago, like last on and off the last couple months. That one I did already get to my coworker, and so that's with her now. She loved it, which was very exciting. And now I'm using everything extra. Hello, sir. Yeah. Can I help? He's been super cuddly. He's been a lot louder since I've been gotten back. My coworker who was watching him said his meows got louder every single day. Then he's been... What I've been trying to do at night is just ignore him when he's been meowing really loud and trying to sleep through it. Just so he kind of like doesn't make a game of it kind of thing. But that's what I really don't want. Hi, Patch! How you doing? Ah, Twitch is not showing me. How you doing? Hey, baby. Oh. Hey, baby. Yeah, I'm back after 2 weeks off for vacation. I was packing and leaving on Thursday last week, so I didn't stream 2 weeks ago Thursday, and then I was still on the trip last week Thursday. But we're working on a little plushie right now. It's one of the dragons from Blue People Avatar. Hi, buddy. He's disappeared on us. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Working on the 7th row of 8. Ah! But yeah, this is the wing so far. Gotta get the yarn barf out. No, I'm like, I do realize I'm like zoning out. I'm like, I feel like I'm trying to get like back into the groove of things. Like, haven't streamed in like 2 weeks. Been like just crocheting, zoning out. When I've been crocheting, getting back into like work and stuff. I was extremely like just mentally drained by my last day of work. So like 2 weeks ago Thursday, because leading up to that Thursday, I had done 13-hour shifts, getting in at 6 a.m., leaving at 7, going to bed, and going back into work at 6 a.m. And so it was just like this very exhausting cycle. So but it was worth it, you know, like very fun to like be with my family up at the cabin where we go to, you know, relax. Did a lot of crocheting, but we did a lot of like family stuff. So like we were playing a lot of cards, and in previous years I've crocheted while playing cards, but this time I kind of just focused on playing cards. It didn't help. I think I won one game of cards the entire time. It was quite painful. It was quite painful winning one game of cards. But I got everyone I played with to lose at least once, because I partnered with every single person. So it's very much like it was rough not winning like at all, but it was fine. We got to spend time with family. Okay, row 8, right? 8 rounds. 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, perfect. This is the 8th round. So we're on row 32 of these wings. So yeah, wasn't the greatest. However, we played a game called Tick, and my niece really liked it, so my niece played it, and I didn't win a game of Tick, like, overall. However, I did have, like, consistently some of the lowest hands throughout the games. So, like, my total score was really bad, but my average score was a lot better. And that kind of really frustrated people. Because, like, I either got out or only had, like, 5 to 12, like, 1 to 12 points. And that upset a lot of people, like my brothers. Whereas my brothers had really high hands regularly. And then, I mean, I didn't win ever because I would at least have one really bad hand where I would get like 40 some points. So yeah, they weren't always thrilled with that. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, I was gonna count this last round. $15, $16, $17, $18, $19, $20. 30. 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 9, 30, 31, 46, Bootsy! 46! We kept our count right! Isn't that awesome? Yeah, it's awesome! Acha baby, acha baby, acha baby, acha baby. Oh, thank you for the kisses. Acha baby. Blip, 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 blip. Yeah. Oh, he's purring. He's relaxed. I will say, my back pain has not gotten better. Like, my shoulder still is in a lot of pain. We're back into increasing. We're doing a, like, flare out now. Okay, I do need to count how many I have in this round. Come on. Only one. Bootsy, we did the cover again! Hello, butterfly! Long time no see! I'm trying something new. I'm trying YouTube shorts on YouTube, so YouTube does look weird. Twitch does look normal, so you know. So you know, butterfly. That is what's going on here on YouTube. YouTube looks weird because I'm trying to like be more in a YouTube short format, whereas Twitch is like the square format. So you can't see chat going by on YouTube, but you can see chat going by on Twitch. You're also looks like an orange cat. But I did make sure on YouTube that we have all the important stuff like Bootsy. So we have like a special angle just so Bootsy's on camera. We have the lap and the like widescreen. So it's a Bootsy! I did not stream for the last 2 weeks, so if you missed my stream 3 weeks ago now, where I explained it, worry not. If you want. It depends on if you are bothered by the way it looks. You can go to Twitch. The chat still scrolls up on the Twitch, but you just won't. You know, I'm gonna interact and respond like normal. For me, it doesn't impact anything. If it does bother you, you can, and you like the other format, you can go to Twitch. I just wanted to let you know. That is completely up to you and what you prefer. But, if you missed my stream 3 weeks ago now, I didn't stream the last 2 weeks because I was on vacation. Thursday 2 weeks ago was the last day I was working. So I was still technically home, but I had to pack everything and then say goodbye to Bootsy and drive to my parents. And then I was on vacation from Friday to Friday. We were up on an island. We took a trip to an island. And so we were on vacation from Friday to Friday. And so I did not stream while I was actively on the vacation. But I've been good. I got a little bit of a tan only on my arms. My skin, my legs are still very pale, and the inside of my arms is very pale. You can kind of see the watch tan line that I have. You can also see my ring tan line a bit more. I didn't do as much crocheting as I had hoped, but you know, I actually golfed, which I don't usually golf when we're on this trip. Like I golfed for the first time in like 3 years, it feels like. I worked on one crochet project that I finished, and that was the avatar like mini dragon that I was working on. And I worked a little bit on one of the baby bags, but I did not finish it. What else? And then I also have been working on this larger avatar dragon. Same show, just a different pattern. I had very much was not enjoying that previous pattern, so I kind of just, once I got done, I forced myself to get it done. And that's, I think, the other reason I wasn't crocheting as much, because I just was not enjoying that at all. And then yesterday I was kind of crocheting on the couch and fell asleep, so I stopped crocheting on the couch. Bootsy and I stayed cuddled on our couch and just chilled out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let me pull it up. It's this dragon. I'm not doing all the colors exact, but I believe right now I'm working on these wings. I have the body pretty much done. I have to like, so you have from here like from the wide angle, I have the like the bottom of the tail to where the head goes done. I believe that's how I see this. And so I'm working on the second one of these wings. And then I don't know what comes next. But we'll see when we flip to that page. I've only seen one. No, wait. This is the... Sorry, this is the head. I just don't have eyes on said head yet. But I'm making the second wings. Set of wings. It was on 15. What else? It rained enough on while we were on the island, so it was, but you know, we got to play cards. I only won one game of cards, and then I had a bunch of games where I got like second place kind of thing when we were playing. So I only won one game of euchre, and then we played a game called Tick. And those, I got like second place, third place a lot. But I probably had the best average of points out of everyone that game. Well, probably not. Basically, I had the best standard deviation, or I had very low hands typically, except I'd have like 1 or 2 40-point hands that like just threw everything off. Whereas like the person that won, they never had an extremely high point hand. That's kind of like what happened, is the person that won was typically the person that was going out on the high point hands. But I had to get rid of like multiple wild cards. It was rough. That's not good. Okay, hold on. Increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Increase, increase. Oh, whoops. I did an extra increase. There we go. 23 and our increase. Perfect. Perfect. And now we have 1 round of increases, or of single crochets around. Bacon. What are you doing? Okay, coming. There you go. There you go. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. It's like stepping on my hair. Oh, there you go. Just go relax. Lay back. Sit on mom's lap. Do whatever you want. I always need to clean your ears, sir. I cleaned his ears like the day I left. I clipped his nails the day I left. Ah, and now his ears are dirty again. He's a waxy boy. Why is my phone going off? Who's messaging me? I'm not popular enough for that. My phone's just buzzing. Why? Bootsy, you gotta check this. What's it say? We got Bootsy. Which is better than anything else is Bootsy. Okay. We got 2 rounds of increasing. Is this music just like raindrop bongos? Weird. That the lo-fi that was in the background was just like individual tonks, sounding kind of like raindrops. Stay hydrated, folks. Stay hydrated. Like, I guess that's like fine if people listen to lo-fi to like fall asleep, but also like I feel like if you're sleeping and suddenly like the lo-fi is just like a leaking sink kind of like stuff, I feel like that would almost wake me up. Or like if you don't like you're listening to lo-fi because you can't do like white noise because you know, oh, it makes me have to go to the bathroom kind of thing. Like that's like the worst kind of lo-fi song to come on, is just like the thunking of dripping water. I don't know, that one was weird. That was interesting. Okay. I know. Saved it. I know. Did I lose you? Or did just like my own weird YouTube go down weird? Okay, another increasing round, so I can't just mindlessly go around. Okay, I need 27. Let's pull this down. I don't know if I lost you on YouTube. Sorry if I did. It looks like Twitch was fine. Weird. My internet didn't go out. I checked. Alright, let's do 27. grab the other done wing, do like a size comparison. Alright, looks like all we need is the ceiling. Doesn't look like I missed anything. Perfect. Alright, we're sealing up the wings. Okay, how did I finish this off? Did I? Alright, there we go. We got the two wings! Flop, flop, flop. Alright, next is the longest. What are these? Okay, so those are the large wings. These are next. I'm making the long wings. No! I can't read this. Oh my gosh, it's god awful. Hold on, let me try to. Okay, let's see if I can find. Okay. The wings use all 3 colors, and so let me use a flashlight. Okay. Let's do round 1, 2. Okay, this is what I'm gonna show you all that I'm seeing. Okay. This is the pattern I see. Oh, so I'm using my flashlight and I'm gonna just like try to decipher what the purple says. Okay. Okay, so nope, I need the purple one because I'm still gonna try to distinguish color. Four. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, okay, so it's 4, 4, 6, 6, 8. Okay. Okay, now I need the purples again. Oh, that was still in my hand. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I have now translated this pattern that is purple writing on really dark background. I bet this pattern looks fine on screen, which is where like the writer probably intended people to read this, but printed, this is like impossible to read. All right. We have the translation down. I'll probably like rip it out and tape it in. But we're starting with our alternative color, which for me is this the orange because it's the yarn I have, and I wasn't gonna buy more purple yarn. Got it. tie off my match ring. Eh. Okay. Mm. Alright, hold on. I gotta get up because I realized I don't have my white yarn with me. Stretch. Also, yes, I have a lot of bruises on my legs. It's because I was working on my bike. I was gonna do that on stream at one point, but then it didn't show up in time, and I think I did it like super late on a Tuesday night because they showed up on Tuesday. So Bootsy was super fascinated, as we'd expect, with the mechanics of a bike. He was a mechanical engineer in a second life, I think. Right. Okay, we got white, which is written in my black marker because logic. Mm. Oh, whoa, hello. Hello, it's a raid. Hello. Hello. What do we got here? Hold on. We've got... I'm so sorry. I fully missed the raid. Hello. Hello. Oh my gosh. I don't have, like, notification sounds. Hold on. Okay, so... Polymaker 3D rated. Hello, Steven, first time chatter. Tech Jeeper raid. Steven, we have Taline, Shenanigans, Filamenter, hello. Right? Hello. Assorted Frogs, hello. Thanks for showing some love. AJ Peoples, hello. Star Wars 3, hey hey. We got Starline customers with some emotes. Tally with the smile. We are currently making the Exotic Dragon by I think it's Emmy's Plushies. I'm working on the wings right now. We got Bailey, just Bailey, some balloon animals emotes, some spinning chairs from Shenanigans again. I fully was counting rows. I was fully counting stitches. I have no reactions. I have not. I have noticed now. Well, Tally, it was great having you. Film Muncher, some more emotes. Yep. I looked up. I saw it. I was counting rows. I was hyper focused on counting my rows. I'm doing a bunch of color changing right now. Buying some chicken. Tech Jeep, good day. Shenanigans, more emotes. Surprise! Yes, yes. No, you're fine. No, I was counting rows. I was counting rows. CGS creation. Okay, who was the raid? This was. Also, thank you for all the follows. Wow. I don't know how to turn on the notification sounds so that I can hear them. That's me being a bad streamer, so apologies. Okay, let's see if I can get shout outs to her, because I'm bad at everything that is streamer person. Ooh, some more emotes out there. I don't know if this is gonna work. let's try it. There, I tried it. I don't think that did the thing I wanted it to do. But thank you for the follows, all y'alls. That's very exciting. Very excited to have you all here. I am a variety crafter. I typically focus on crochets, as is the name of Lanella Crochets. However, I do some occasional knitting. I stream typically every Thursday. I'm actually just coming back from a vacation, so I had a long break away from streaming. Sometimes I sew. Actually, I was thinking of after I'm done with this one wing, I'm thinking I might pull out some diamond art and work on my mother's birthday gift. We have our supervisor somewhere in stream. Oh, thank you for the follow Assorted Frogs. Let's see if I can summon the supervisor. See if he'll pop on stream. But our supervisor's name is Bootsy. He helps. He's a very good job at helping supervise our stream. So we are always grateful to supervisor. Boise Ball, you want to come here? But he is a cat, so cat's gonna cat. Bootsy. But yeah, how is everyone doing? What were you, Polly, what were you working on your stream? Polymaker, were you working on anything fun? See if I can open your channel on the side here. Oh, that, okay. Ooh, you're doing some 3D printing. Looks like you did a lot of 3D. Oh, you had like a meeting yourself. Very fun, kind of looking at your. But yeah, it looks like you're. I've always been interested in I've always been interested in 3D printing. I have just not been one to actually do I do not have any armies myself. I don't actually have. Oh, I don't think I have any 3D printing products in my house. Oh, their filament company was streaming news and 3D printing awesomeness. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of scrolling through it. Looks like his intro is a 3D printer working. It's one of those things where it's like, I feel like it's a dangerous, oh, I do have one 3D printed item that I know is, like, who 3D printed it. Every Thursday, Polymaker has a Meet the Maker stream. Juan makes. Okay. So if I open this, stay at. Let's check out the chat. Who Juan make is? Why can I not find? I'm not seeing that streamer. Just the video featuring that streamer. I'm not actually finding a streamer by that name. Weird. But that they might, I guess. Oh yeah, you just said TikTok, YouTube, so they're not on Twitch. So I would find a Twitch for them. Gotcha. But no, that looks fun. I'm glad to have y'all here. We have like our little characters on the bottom that kind of go across our screen. If you chat and stream, that's actually what I noticed. As I looked up and I saw a bunch. I am making it's called Exotic Dragon, but it is actually supposed to kind of look like the dragons in the Blue People avatar. Like the my coworker gave me this pattern. She actually gave me 2 patterns. One is a pattern for like a really small version. I might have, yeah, one was this one that on a previous stream I had worked on. This dragon here. Kind of blow it up. This I actually finished on a trip I was recently on. And the other one is this one right here that I'm working on. I currently already have the body done. So here's the body. I have not added the eyes because I did not have any safety eyes with me. So I plan on just sewing on the eyes. And then earlier on stream, we finished the 2 large wings. Well, I had 1 large wing, finished the 2nd large wing. And now I am working on like the smaller decorative wings. I'm starting with the 1st large wing. The pattern calls for it to be purple, but I am just using the same yarn I used on the last dragon I had, which was orange. That one called for orange, and instead of buying more yarn, I'm just gonna use what I have. Well, hello, sir. Are you gonna come up here? Supervisor is here. Let's see if we can get him to come up on the lap. I see the tail twitching. Come on. Oh, good job. This is Bootsy, our supervisor on stream. No, I've trapped you now. I do 3D printing stands for my wife's amigurumi. That's great. Yeah, I think it's a very cool combination of hobbies. I think 3D printer, if I have, you know, the money to invest in a 3D printer eventually. I know I would not be surprised if there are maker spaces in the area in which I live that already have 3D printers that I could for sure like go to and like, you know, rent out to use. I just have, there hasn't been a big project I've been super interested in, or like nothing that's like, oh, this is the thing that I want to get into 3D printing for. It's one of those things where it's like, I have enough crafts that I'm interested in where it's like, honestly, I could probably just like eventually date someone that I get them into 3D printing, and that can be their craft and I can benefit from. But like, I've also done like computer programming, so like, but it's like when I think of getting like the 3-dimensional spaces for designing, I would probably not be making prints. I would probably just be taking advantage of existing prints. No, buddy! Because this is my little engineer. So besides being a supervisor, he is also like secretly a mechanical engineer. He is interested in all things that spin and move. So this is like a little airplane that has like let me turn around so it spins, and he is so fascinated by this. This is how I typically summon him. He also is super interested in my yarn winder. He loves to play with that. When I was working on my bike, I switched out my front tire to put in an electrical motor tire, and he was supervising and super interested while I was doing that as well. Right. But he makes sure things on the stream gets done. Not really. He makes sure the stream breaks. He makes sure I rest my hands while working on a project, you know. I did have to take a pause from this project to convert this pattern. So I have the written pattern on this right here. However, I had to take a pause stream and like rewrite it because I could not read the purple on this really dark background. Like I said, this pattern called for using purple yarn, and you can kind of see this like line through here. There's words here, and I don't think it would be as bad if I looked at this on a screen. I'm guessing the screen would look normal, but because my coworker gave it to me printed instead of like the PDF version, it's very hard to read. It is extremely difficult to read. So I had to like take a pause and like turn on my phone flashlight and like stare at this and write down what the translation was. Fortunately, most of it was like a lot of 2 single crochets, so that helped. But I did still have to do the translation to like visually see. I was a little frustrated because I actually had to do that on the last pattern I worked on for a dragon like this. That was, I will say, more frustrating because not only they had 2 shades of blue in the pattern, and they did not use 2 distinct. And again, this was likely due to the fact that it was printed and not the original font color, but you could not tell the difference between the 2 shades of blue very easily. And so I had to go through and like underline one of the blues. So that was rough with that. But that was also just a difficult pattern to read. There was not the inspiration with the pattern. But how has everyone else's week been going? I just came back from a vacation, so this is actually my first week back from that vacation. So I actually had a 2-week break, and now I'm back. And it wasn't like a 2-week vacation. It was like I had to pack and like head to my parents on Thursday night, which is stream night. So I did not stream 2 weeks ago because of packing, and then I was actually on the vacation the following Thursday. Okay, what do I've got now? Oh, a couple rounds of single crochets. But yeah, supervisor, he comes in and out occasionally as we work. He gets like, you can tell when it's about time to be end of stream because he will continuously keep popping in and leaving and popping in and leaving. He's like, hey mom, it's bedtime. But it's been nice having like sunshine out. You know, part of me feels bad like sitting inside streaming when I could have been outside in the sun, but also like I know myself. I wasn't going to be outside in the sun because I'm an indoor homebody that's allergic to a lot of nature. But, like, I can appreciate it. So I'll look out the window that's right there. As will Bootsy. Bootsy enjoys looking out the window. But yeah, I got an electric bike to start biking to work. It is a far enough trek where I do have to still, like, plan out a safe trek. So I have not done that yet. So that is something that still has to get done. But I was planning on doing it Saturday, but this Saturday, it turns out I'm actually helping a coworker pack up and move, donate stuff kind of thing. So probably won't be doing it this weekend because I will be quite exhausted from... I was gonna do it last week Sunday. Sir, that is very rude. That is my chair. Thank you. How dare he scratch my chair? That's rude. Don't you know that? We're on round 12. He's just staring at me menacingly. He's gonna cause me problems. I know that for sure. He's gonna start being a menace. I can feel it in my bones. His menacingness is... He's grooming himself now. He's gotta clean himself before he commits his crimes. Bootsy has many nicknames. Bug is one. My favorite is Menace to Society. But there is a following phrase to calling him Menace to Society. Which is, and I'm society. Hello, Miko. Welcome. How are you doing? But he's cutie. He's a cutesy. He's actually gotten a lot louder since I was on vacation. I was talking to my coworker and she was telling me how he meowed louder every single day that he visited. Or she visited. Melting, but is it really warm where you're living? That's fun but unfortunate. Fun but unfortunate. Like, it's nice to be warm, but like that, like melting your skin off, humidity, that's rough. 120, and I think that's Fahrenheit, right? Yeah, 120 Celsius. I don't think any of us would be alive. We would not be alive at 120 Celsius. There would be no water. There would just be death. 120 Celsius is not livable. Yes, however, I would not be surprised, like, Death Valley is that warm. Hold on, what is the, like, average temperature in Death Valley? I am curious. No, Death Valley averages... Oh, I'm not saying that, like... What I'm saying is 100 degrees Celsius is boiling point for water. That's where I was going. So, yes, 120 is hot. It is not 120 degrees Celsius hot. 120 degrees Celsius hot is like 200 something. Let's just... Celsius to Fahrenheit for 120 is 248 degrees Fahrenheit. So, yeah, when you said 120, I did get it was Fahrenheit, because Celsius, that would be, like, death on Earth. That is the phrase I was going for. But yeah, Death Valley, like, I would also assume is really warm. Texas is really warm. California's... Sir, you're not supposed to be in there. He's inspecting the shelves. Oh yeah. Yeah. We would be quite dead if anywhere hit 120 Celsius. We would be quite dead. It would not be good time for anyone anywhere. So I would hope and pray that it was only 120 Fahrenheit. It's one of those things where it's very interesting. I work in a lab in my like regular daytime job. And so we use a lot of Celsius stuff, and I feel like Celsius is... Can I help you, sir? Okay, use your keyboard. It's got a little computer at the bottom there. But like, I feel like Celsius is really good for describing like lab temperatures, because like it's a bit more, it goes more to the decimal, you know, like it's shorter ranges for larger temperatures. However, I really like Fahrenheit for like telling the temperature weather, and because temperature weather is more so about how it make like the weather outside is going to make me feel. And so because Fahrenheit is based off of the human body, whereas Celsius is based off water, Fahrenheit gives me more of a like how will I feel temperature comparison, whereas Celsius is like how close am I to boiling water outside. And so it's great for a lab. It's great for like a lab, because I think boiling water is, yeah, 212. Boiling water, like in Fahrenheit, 212, but like the UV index has been high. Yeah. Ooh, that's rough. And especially because like, what, it's only been 3 years since bird flu. Like, the bird population really has not recovered from that at all. Like, bird flu, it is not recovered. We've had a lot of rain. We had a lot of, like, massive storms here. However, we still had, like, so I was on one of the Great Lakes this weekend, and it was, the water levels were... Sir, that's rude. Thank you. The water levels were like extremely low. Like the water levels were just like low. 13. And so it's one of those things where it's like, and like they're also like, we could tell there weren't as many seagulls. Like we could just hear, because the island we stay on, or like the beach we stay on, there's actually like a ways out into the Great Lakes, there's like another island, and it's actually like a bird sanctuary. So like it's like you can't like sail to it or anything. Okay, but like I guess like if birds are dying from like the heat, you know, they still haven't like truly recovered from bird flu. And I say this having, like I said, we were on this island. There is a bird sanctuary, like habitat, protected habitat, little island like just off the coast that you can't sail to, you can't like boat to or anything. And we can typically hear a lot of seagulls in the area. Like we still heard seagulls, we still saw seagulls, but it definitely was not as loud as it has been previous years. Which is what I was going for. But yeah, we had seen like cormorants getting sick. Like there definitely weren't as many cormorants as we've seen previously. They're a population that definitely hasn't recovered. Sir, I'm working with that. I just watched the replay of that. Sometimes you just stare into his eyes and you wonder what's going on in his head. That's what my coworkers said to me. They're like, you know, sometimes I wonder what goes on in your head. I also wonder what goes on in my head because I'm never prepared. It surprises me every single day. I will say today, I had a laughing fit on the floor at work. So we had really good results this last week, which is actually the last 2 weeks because it all correlates. And so my boss threw a pizza party for us. Great. But one of my coworkers, he couldn't like make it to the actual pizza party because he was working. And he just the kind of like the lab portion that he was working on today, there just wasn't a good break for him. And so we had left him half of one of the pizzas we got. And my coworker, she was going to write his name on the box. She wrote the wrong first letter. That's fine. Giggles, haha, there, she fixes it. She then, like, she kind of just, like, strongly writes over with the correct first letter. She then proceeds, the next letter she writes is the lowercase version of the first letter instead of the actual next letter. So, like, think, like, reefer, but, like, they did B instead of the R. And so I made the joke, ha, briefer. And so it might be my fault that they did the second R, but they definitely did, like, fix the B into a uppercase R, and then proceed to write another lowercase R. Hey, that's rude. That's rude! Rude. Fix the R to an uppercase R, and I died. I don't know what about this. Like saying it back, it feels like a mundane thing to have occurred. I was howling on the floor. I was in stitches. It was great. It was one of those things where it's like something your coworkers does like something they do just hits you right in the funnies. And we're also a team that have like purposely cut out a triangle in someone's birthday cake because we thought it would be funny. Okay, gonna make sure I have the right count. Okay, we have to be very careful. Bootsy's on the top of the computer, which has a power button, so he is near the kill switch. So let's just set this to the side, and we are going to pick the cat up off the computer before he accidentally hits this kill switch like he has before. Sir? What are you doing? Ugh, I got you! You're safe now. Want to see something fun? If you've never been here before? This is my cat, and we give him blubbers. If you look at what the only clips on my stream are me doing this to him. Oh, sorry. Trapped you. What are you gonna do about it? A butt pat. Butt pat to your end. Okay, he is off the computer. He is off the kill switch. Because he has done it. He has fully stepped on the... He's just a cutie. He's just a cutie patootie. Like, I love and adore him. Like, who wouldn't? Except when he's a menace to society and wakes me up at 1 a.m. by howling. Just meow, meow, meow. He's gotten so much louder since I've been gone. It's rough. It's been rough out there. Okay. Let me do a quick row count. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Perfect. That's where I'm supposed to be. Now we're decreasing. You'd like a cat to wake you up at 1 a.m. every single morning. It is kind of great, but also not. Like, when he was doing it, when I was doing 13-hour shift days, like 13 hours in a row, and he was waking me up at 1 in the morning. I will say, one day he did wake me up at 3 in the morning, and that was the only day I went to bed at 10:30 or 10. And so he gave me 5 hours of sleep, and then he was like, you need to wake up now. I did not appreciate it, the 5 hours of continuous sleep, when I was putting in long hours because I was prepping for a vacation. Oh, I got hair in my mouth now. He's grooming himself before he goes on his next attack. I just know it. I feel it in my bones. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, like, actively ignore him right now, when he's doing stuff like that, so he doesn't, like, feel like, oh, this is a game we're playing, in the middle of the night. If I scream and cry, Mom comes plays with me. So I am trying. Is it successful? Not always, because, like I said, I need my sleep, and I can only put up with him waking me up every 30 minutes for so long in one night before I'm just like, nope, you have lost bedroom privileges, you are out of here. So sometimes I do have to just get up and kick him out of the room because I just can't. I need sleeps. I currently, the book that my mom listened to on our trip, our ride for the trip, was A Shield of Sparrows. We only got halfway through it, but I did finish it the other day. So I am on The Rite of the Starling right now, about halfway through it. Also pretty good still. So enjoying those audiobooks. I might not finish Rite of the Starling before it's due back, so that was weird. I might not be able to finish it, so we'll have to wait and see. But of course the rest of the series isn't out, so but it's very exciting. And very, very excited about the books. Some of the stuff is really interesting. We had like our own theories. And one of my theories is both right and wrong. Right in the sense that the theory itself was right, but wrong in the sense of how we thought the theory was going to be right. So there's that. Oh shoot, I forgot to change colors because now we're bringing in the blue. Okay, let's cut off the white just because I'm gonna need one less thing of yarn in my way. Now I'm gonna grab my blue. My blue is the ball of yarn that's mostly falling apart. Okay. Switch to the blue. Oh, that's supposed to be a decrease. Whoops. And then back to the blue. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to, again, cut the yarn.
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just gotta bend your knees, take a deep breath, and jump.
I did put like my hair curling in, but it's still kind of doing its waves, which I appreciate. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of take a few of these and just like stuff them in here. Because they're secure in there now. Can you see the hands? No. Oh, there. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's around 19. We're on around 20. Listening to The Rite of the Starling, because I'm not reading the names, it was a bit confusing because this book has two different characters' perspective, and it was very confusing when they started switching between characters' perspectives, and I was like, what's going on the first time? And then I knew to like listen that they're saying whose perspective I'm listening to now. Missed it the first time. Oops. $21. Yeah, on stream we typically chill the lo-fi. Just crochet. What I might be doing after this wing. Gotta figure out what that means. This should be round 22 next. Right. 19, 20, 22. Yep. This is like my last round in just this way, and then I'm gonna start decreasing again. And 6. Yeah, I think this is a much better pattern, the way it's written, than the first pattern that I was using for the small dragon. But 2 decreases? Okay. Who am I to question why we are suddenly not being symmetrical? But okay. And decrease. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it turn work? Is TW turn work? I think it was supposed to be turn work. I think TW is turn work. And then I've got this little like long flap on one side. That's cute. And then it's gonna like attach. It's gonna attach like this. Yeah, I'm gonna make 2 more and then it's gonna attach like this. And then you'd have like 3 of them. And they'd like doop doop. Alright, see you later, Filament Mentor. Thank you for stopping in. Bye! I'm actually gonna take a quick pause and pivot, and I'm going to go grab my puzzle board. Okay, we're gonna make a big hope and prayer that I don't mess up the puzzle that's already on the puzzle board. We are going to consolidate our dragon pieces in our project bag. And our stitch markers and scissors and pattern also in the project bag. Where'd the pattern, like the large pattern, go? I've hid it from myself. Ooh. I'm my own worst enemy, as always. Oh, it's over here. It's over here! Okay. This pen going in the pen holder. Let's see if we can clear the desk off enough. To put the puzzle board. puzzles on the desk. But I fear that it's not on the desk enough. A little bit of plant rearranging. Actually, this way with the cards. This is my very dead. Oh man, there is still green on this plant. I am shocked it did not receive water for a week. Plus, I don't think I watered it before I left. Okay, this is a little bit better. I don't think Boots is gonna like it. There we go. Let's pull. Okay. While I was away, got the state I live in can burn. I'll dance in the ashes and salt it as I go. Hearing my husband list off all the ways the state is to. Oh yeah, that's. And did you say you were living in Texas? Or. Right, you said just another day in Texas? If I'm remembering correctly. Or was that? Boots has got to investigate something changing as always. Haha! I am semi-professional. Not really. I'm nowhere near professional. But Bootsy sure likes this new setup. But are you in Texas, Florida, Georgia? Which of the bigger offenders are you in? So this says it comes with everything I need. So let's hope and pray it comes with everything I need. These are not resealable bags. I was really hoping it was in resealable bags. It is not resealable bags. I'm panicking a little bit more. Okay, at least I get the dotting tools that it does have. Oh, this is so tiny. I don't think I needed the puzzle board out. He's just a little guy. It's just a little guy. Honestly, I could probably. Sir. I'm gonna need you off this. Hold on. No, I don't have enough light. I think we're gonna get the best light doing it on the puzzle board. Bootsy's interested in it. There we go. Okay, in here we've got our pen, a little dotting pen. It's got a little grip on it. That's nice. Bootsy's probably gonna eat this, but we'll try to keep it. Oh, it resealable bags. What is it? Did you find a good place to lay? Bootsy has found his spot, clearly. Ooh, we got, oh, a couple of discs of wax. Nice. Okay. Okay. What feels like a good color to start with? Okay, so it looks like there's a color chart on either side, and it's the same. But they're different, huh? Oh, no. They're the same. Let's open this bag and see what I've got in here. It's my first time doing diamond art. We're switching up. We're switching up. Bootsy! You're so cute! Okay, let's... Hopefully none of these bags are open. None of the bags are open, yay. Okay. So. There are 164, and it looks like it's the stem of the plant. 8. Oh, that's 3,000. That's 3,000. But I kind of want to... I feel like I gotta start in... like, the edges. So, like, 8 and Q. Or J and K. These are all the number bags. So, I'm gonna put these. Hey! That's rude. That's rude, sir. You don't like it when I bite your stuff. He is so fast. I'm not helping with making this less of a toy. Ah! But he just about pulled off the mic stand. Okay. Let's just start with J and K, because they're in the corner. Oh, that's... Okay. We're starting with J! Because I have accidentally opened J. Let's just immediately get one of these tiny bags out, and then I'm gonna just immediately pour it in here. Okay. So everything else is still intact. Do not panic. Right? Jay's still in. Okay. So then, as I believe I understand. Hold on, let me switch out YouTube is a little bit. Ta-da! Get my putting myself in YouTube because I'm not. I've switched my framing. Is your husband a teacher, Miko? We're gonna do a light shake of J. Ha! It works! Hey! Don't. No. Ugh. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it! Oh, I'm not even doing it on frame. We continue on now that we flip more back up. Yeah, my cousin's like a math teacher, so I've heard a little bit about like what my state's doing, but he's also in like a charter school kind of thing, so it acts a bit more like a private school than anything. So he's not experiencing it as much as like public teachers would. But like he still does experience it. Nope. I do not have a multi. Multi-jewel grabber. I just got this, man. So it's one jewel at a time. The Turkey USA game match is starting. Just got a notification about that. We were watching that a lot on our vacation. The World Cup. My brother's super into sports. Both of them actually are. So they were very excitedly enjoying watching the games. We can see the color filling in. Oh, US scored a goal because I am apparently going to be getting live updates on this because I don't know why. I only wanted to start with like a small amount of diamonds just to like make it a bit more manageable. Booty. What are you doing? Hey. Booty. Can you get off, please? But it does seem like this project is supervisor approved, which is always great. Oh. Hey. Don't eat the plant. Booty. What did I just say? Thank you. Something on my phone is popping off. Do I know what it is? Absolutely not. Oh, did I not do my LinkedIn games? I could have sworn I did them. That's weird. I didn't do any of them. I'm a traitor to my kind. Should we do it while we're unstable for a bit? No one's gonna know the difference. I don't know. Oh, I said river instead of lake. I'm annoyed with myself. Shoot. Okay. Serving vessel for sauce and boat. Play as a drum allowed. Sounds from a microwave after cooking is complete. Beep. Beep, beep. I'm a cheat. Beard goat. Brood or sugar. Beat? No. Beat. Okay, so You beat the drum. Okay. A compound word meaning to defend is scoring area. Goal keep. I know sports ball terms. Let's put it on screen, kind of. Okay, can't be these, so that means these are this shape, which means that's that. Nope. Turkey scored a goal. I don't know the structure. This isn't gonna be anything but these. This row. Which means this can't be that row. So we've got this, which is this. Which is this. That's already true now. This is true. I'm not the fastest, but I do get them. Eventually. I don't always see it right away. Hide any personal IDs. What? With people I know? Let's come back and solve it. Okay. So that's this. This has to be this. And so that has to be that, and that's that, and that has to be that, and has to be that, and that has to be that, and that has to be that, and that has to be that. Okay, we've done that. Oh, that has to be that, and that has to be that. Oh, no, oh, no. There we go. There we go. That, 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 that. We did it! I know you can't, you can totally see everything that I'm doing. Hold on. Can I, if I lower the brightness, does that help? Yes, looks like it might. Okay. Seeing if there's any quick obvious ones. Oh, there's that, there's that. So this. Which means this has to be here, so that can't be there, so that's there. Because it gives me the answers, if I have a cell right, I just do that at that point, and so that has to be that, and that has to be this, so that's this, and that's this, and then that's this, so that's this, that has to be this, that has to be this, and then has to be that. That's that, that's that, that's that, that's that, and that's that. Not the fastest, like I said, but I'm not, I feel like terrible at these games. This one is the new game. I am kind of bad at it. Is it that one? Nope. Oh, that one's right. Ooh, I know it. There we go. What? Oh wait, that's not how you spell that word. This is definitely a Tion word. There we go. There we go. What? Damn it. I'm annoyed with myself. I could not think of that word. Shoot. I was close. Alright. This is that. That's that. Nope. That's that. That's that. That's that. Bootsy, you're fine. You're fine. This, that. Woo! Alright, last one. There we go. That wasn't as fast as it could have been. Oh well. Alright. Feels like the ADHD stream. I'm sorry. But I had to keep my streak. But we continue on with our diamonds. Can I help you, sir? You're screaming in the corner. What's going on? Booty. I don't know what you're crying about. Okay, you can keep crying, but I'm not gonna understand you anymore. Oh. Bootsy, that's rude. You're being quite rude. Whoops. Oh, I see why Bootsy is crying out loud so much. Hello, Drummer Forever. How are you doing? We are doing some diamond art right now. And we got Bootsy crying in the corner. Because I just realized it is really close / past our stream end / bedtime. So he's like, Mom, what the heck? We should be in bed. So he is going feral at this point. Pretty good. This is my first stream back from my family trip that I was on for the last 2 weeks. I say last 2 weeks, but really it was just last week. The week before was like I had to get to my parents' place and finalize packing before we left on Friday. So I had to leave my place on Thursday. So I was at my parents' place Thursday night. So we could leave together from there Friday. So now I'm working on my mom's birthday present. Very last minute. Yeah, how about you? How are you doing? We had a large raid earlier today that was very fun and exciting. Okay. I'm gonna grab some more gems. Yeah. Oh no, that's all right. I know, like I said, I haven't streamed for the last 2 weeks, and I think that meant you only like missed 1 or 2 actual streams. So all good, all good. I know everyone's got a life. If I've got a life, but chat. Glad to see you're here. I know I'm kind of like focusing on this, so I'm not looking up as much from the project as normal. Yeah, it's good to be back. This kind of feels like a bit of an ADHD stream. We did the LinkedIn puzzle games. We did some crochet to start. And then I pulled out my diamond art, and we've now switched to doing diamond art. This is also my first time doing diamond art. I feel like we're making progress. Especially because we have to do it one gem at a time because I don't have one of those multi-grabbers that would make this easier. When I do like digital versions of this, I do like to go one color at a time fully, but I don't think that's gonna actually be possible because having to fold back the protective film on the project, and so I'll probably work on K next. The only reason I started with J instead of K was solely because I accidentally ripped open the bag, so. But this project came with a bunch of resealable bags, so that's nice. But I think what I'm gonna do with this is I'm going to work on the J section till I can't no more. Maybe till like my wax gives out. I don't think I'm gonna run out of J's. Looks like your character is a bunny right now. That's adorable. Here, let me switch cams so that we can kind of see more of the project. Oh, that's not what I'm working on. So let's hide that. You can kind of see the progress we're making. Let's grab a bit more. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but I don't think you were here. I'm listening to a new audiobook. My mom and I always have a tradition of starting an audiobook while we carpool together. So we started The Shield of Sparrows. Got halfway through it, but by the end of our trip. So I finished it today. Or yesterday? I don't remember. I finished it yesterday. And now I'm listening to The Rite of the Starling, which is the second book in the series. Hello, Bootsy. Welcome back. What is it? You can just chill there. Oh, that's not good. Turkey just scored another goal. But yeah, we've got World Cup updates very loosely on stream today of just has Turkey or the US scored. That's all I'm going to be giving us. Because that's all I'm getting. And I'm not looking any deeper into like who scored the goal. It's just going to be was a goal scored until I end stream, because I probably will go to bed before the end of the match. So they're like 90 minutes, I believe, if you don't go into overtime. So oh, I didn't have a jump. Gotta flip the gems over. There we go. Oh. All right, looking at this progress. Yeah. Look at that. I think that's all the wax I'm gonna get out of this. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it here. So what I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna put this little baggie. Let's actually very carefully grab my dull scissors. Ooh. Proceeds to immediately not be careful. I don't know what I knocked over. Oh, the box. Oh, look at the sweat on my hand. It already discolored the foam. Oops. Knock anything else off? Just the box? Just the box. Did I lose connection? I see Twitch is buffering, so I might have lost connection. But I'm going to put the label in with the gems. And that way, I can reuse the bag in the future. Oh, looks like it just got stuck buffering weird. But got my first bag of gems. We'll put the this is the wax I used. Well, they're both in here, so. And the wax in here. We'll throw away the pieces of the bag. And with that, I think I'm gonna call it a night. So thank you all so much for joining me for the stream. I'm gonna pop out our window and look for a raid channel. Oh, there's some Terraria cross stitch. That's on the vibe of how we're ending stream with diamond painting. So let's type our message. Um, Mootsy? That's not how you spell Bootsy's name. Alright, we can start our raid. The raid is started. Like I said, thank you again so much for watching. I will stream. I stream typically Thursdays. So that's where you'll usually catch me from 6 to like 9ish. 3-hour streams typically. We went a little bit long today. We had a little bit of like an ADHD style stream. But with that, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next week.